right. Well, howdy there. So, I'm going to do a review, as you might have seen in the title card, of not this guitar, okay, not this guitar, but of this thing right here, the NUX. This is called the NUX Mighty Air. Okay? And the reason why it's called the Mighty Air is because they had a previous version of the amp, but it wasn't wireless. So the main attraction to this amp is that it actually has a wireless receiver built in, and it comes with a wireless transmitter, so it's plugged into the guitar, so you can hear the guitar. All right, so let's just go over the basic layout of this amp. Okay. So let's look at the features. So I took this from the manual. I'm not really good at like explaining without a script, So it says it has the latest wireless guitar technology with ultra low latency. If you use the Mighty Amp app, you can access the noise gate, amp models. You can even plug a bass guitar. I don't have one, but you have different IR cabs. Nowadays, it's kind of standard fare, isn't it? Really. You have dynamic modulation, ambience, and even an acoustic guitar simulator, which is pretty cool. It has a built-in drum machine. I don't really use that too much, but yeah. I talked about the Mighty amp. I will demonstrate how it kind of works. It comes with two-inch stereo speakers, which I'm not sure if I'm like super stoked about that. But as far as today's recording is going directly from the stereo out into the computer. But yeah, it's not. It sounds good, but I think I kind of prefer the speaker on the original like Mighty Bluetooth. Okay, so and you don't need to buy separate batteries. It has rechargeable batteries, which is nice. Okay, so that was a clean tone. Let me kind of go over just like how the knobs function. So here is the diagram. Input jack is, what it is. Let's say you don't have a wireless system, you could just plug directly in 1/4 inch. You gotta be careful though not to plug in a TRS cable though, because that could damage either the amp or like whatever you're plugging in. It has a channel button, so the channel button, you click on it to choose different channels, obviously. Has a Bluetooth light. Has a drum knob. That's the drum knob is the volume knob for the drum. And then the drum style, it has all these different styles to choose. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff, and then there's also a tap button, so it's like a tap tempo for delay and just for delay actually. And yeah, you got your battery and your power. Now the power button is not a physical button. It is a physical button, but it's not like it doesn't press in and then like stay there. It's more like more digital, I guess, in that sense. The receiver button on the bottom left hand corner is to pair your wireless NUX device, and then gain is like the gain for the amp. Volume, this is the volume for the amp. And tone is it's just pretty much like your EQ, but instead of having three band EQ, it's just more like if you turn it all the way to the left, it's more bass sound, and then middle is kind of like everything's like equal, and then all the way to the right, it's like way more high sound, right? More of the treble. And you have a delay, reverb, volume button, volume knob. So you can choose your stuff without your phone. But I think the biggest thing about this is connecting this to your uh, Bluetooth device, whether it be your cell phone or Android, iPhone. In the back, there's also a USB-C type jack, so you can either like charge, with a USB cable with a wall wart. Most phones come that way. It does come with a USB-C cable, and then there's also a little reset button that, again, the power button. Sometimes I guess it could get stuck. It hasn't happened to me, but where the power doesn't turn off. So what you do is there's actually a hard reset button, and then it'll actually reset the amp back. All right. So in this photo, I'm talking about the different amp channels. Okay. So all the way at the top left-hand corner. Now the photos I taken, obviously the light colors aren't exactly the same, but you can kind of make it out. So the top left-hand corner is the green channel. The green channel is going to be your clean sound, okay? And then to your right of that is your yellow channel, and that's going to be more of your kind of crunch overdrive sounds. And then the bottom bottom left, you have the red channel. That's going to be like your screaming leads or kind of getting your more metal sounds. And then for the bottom right is, they call it fuchsia. It's kind of a purpley kind of sound. Not sound, but purpley color. And that's cool because that's my alley. That's the acoustic simulator. And it's really cool when you get to the app. You can do all these different kind of changes. Oh. Okay, let me just... so we don't need that anymore. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of go over the different sounds of the guitar and kind of like go through the actual app, the Mighty Amp app. Okay. So this is a clean channel. I can't pull on screen, so I'll just kind of show it to you. So it's a clean channel. The amp's twin reverb, so it's supposed to emulate a Fender reverb. Twin reverb. Gains at 48%. I had to turn down the level to 34, and the tone is about 50. And I'm using this Gretsch. Like a, was that Projet or something? I don't know. The Les Paul type of Gretsch version of a Les Paul type guitar. So let's do some clean sounds. So it has a little bit of reverb. Yeah. Okay, so so what's cool is the amp has three different types of clean sound. It has your twin reverb, and then has their Roland Jazz chorus, which is very kind of clean sound. Oh wow. That bass is really high. Um, it kind of turned down the level a bit. Okay. That bass, yeah, we're gonna turn that down to 50. It was at 75. Even lower, actually. Let's go down to 35. You know, it has a fuller sound than the twin reverb, but man, a little too much bass. Go all the way down to 20. Let's see what happens. Just turn down the bass all the way. Yeah, that bass is really loud. I think the other settings are perfectly fine. So I have at 10% now. Yeah, I don't think I would touch any of the in the jazz core setting. I don't know. I think I like Twin better. Yeah, I think for this, especially for this Gretsch guitar, because it's supposed to emulate more like Filtertrons, I think this makes more sense. It definitely, I think the jazz chorus, that doesn't sound like a jazz chorus. I've played jazz choruses before that. Well, too much bass. I do like the twin reverb though. And what's cool is you can save the setting. So let me show you my camera again, or my cell phone. So, you know, there's a save button, so you just press the save button, and it should just save. And there you go. So, play that. So if I go to like a different channel, like an overdrive channel, and then go back to clean, I get that nice twin reverb-ish sound. Okay, let's go to overdrive. So it has here a top boost for the overdrive. That's gonna be the Vox. It's gonna be very what is it? Very harsh, like sounding, because it's boosting the treble, I believe. Turn down the level, get to 50. Wow, that's still really loud. But you can definitely hear that crunchiness, right? It's like, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna lower the presence, cause it's got too much of that really high highs. So, yeah. Maybe turn the treble a little below. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I think that does work. Get a lot more of that kind of medium, you know, chug. Could do some like kind of, you know, that strum riff kind of thing. which I do a lot. So yeah, so I'm gonna save that setting because I like that. Let's look at the other amps they have for the OD. They have a Plexi, so that's a Marshall. Well, that's really, getting up there in gain, isn't it? Yeah, definitely going more for that kind of higher gain type sound. Doesn't really have that really tightness though for like metal per se, but for I guess hard rock and that kind of stuff, it definitely works. Not my wheelhouse, but if I just want to play power chords, it's great. Maybe that kind of thing. All right. And finally, there's a Lead 100. I think that's based off another Marshall. Wow, that's really bassy. I don't know about that. Let's turn to the bass. Again, I haven't really touched the IR, but I think it has to do with the cabinet. It's using a BS410, so it's a 410 cab. I do like their 1960. It's I think it's supposed to emulate a vintage 30 thing. Let me see. Whoa, that's loud. Wow, that's loud. Turn down the dBs on that. Turn down that level. I think acceptable on this from the smartphone app is like at 23%. And the bass, I just put it back to about 50. It's great for the like lead lines if you need like kind of very sustaining notes. Maybe do the Star Spangled Banner. You turn up the treble a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely not for rhythm, is it? Okay, that's only the yellow channel, so that's only the overdrive. Okay, let's go to distortion. But before I do, let me just kind of check something. Here's a clean. Here's overdrive. Okay, now let's go to distortion. So it says Die VH4. I think that's a diesel. I've never played one, but I've seen them. Okay, here comes the metal. That's my wannabe Metallica. I'm sorry. I don't play that kind of stuff. Well, I don't practice that kind of stuff. But you definitely hear that more tightness, right? Definitely there. I'm gonna skip to the acoustic simulator because that's what I'm better at. All right, so I'm gonna go through the electric guitar. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through an acoustic guitar and see how that sounds. And what's cool is, let's see. Oh, it has a chorus on. I'm gonna turn off the chorus for a sec. Okay. Has 2 amps. Has Stageman or Optima. Don't know what the Optima is. I'm gonna lower the level. That's really high, but 50%. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, what's cool is if you go to the IR section, you have all these different IRs for different types of guitars. So let's go over them. You have one for Gibson, a Hummingbird. Okay, so let me go there. Okay, sounds pretty good. I don't know if that sounds Hummingbird sounds like, but it sounds like acoustic. Next is a Gibson Jumbo 15, J15. Kind of has this crackling sound. I don't know, it's kind of annoying. Martin D45, tried a good old Dreadnought. That's weird. I'm hearing some crackling noise, but I definitely hear like the different quality of the different guitar sounds. But sounds kind of, I don't know if you guys can hear in thing, but it's I guess some crackling noise. Maybe it needs a firmware update. Here's a J200 Gibson J200. Oh, that's weird. It just sounds like a. Oh, okay. So, you know what it is? It's like as if you took a Gibson J200 and instead of modeling the, what do you call it? The actual guitar, like acoustic body. I think it's like modeling as if it was strange. It's like as if it had like a sound hole pickup or something. Why would you do that though? I don't know. J45, Gibson J45. You know, it sounds more like a parlor type of guitar. I don't think J45 is a parlor guitar, is it? Okay, oh, here's a Taylor 314. That's cool. Let's see how that sounds. That sounds great, but I don't think a Taylor actually sounds like this. Because as you guys know, Taylor guitars, they tend to have more high end, more of the highs, the treble. Not so much in the mids and the bass. This, I don't know if this is an accurate IR, but it sounds good. It sounds good to an electric guitar. Guess that's all that matters, right? And this is, I think, a Martin, but I don't know. HD28, if you guys know what that is. I don't know. Maybe that's a type of fingerstyle guitar. Something like that. I'm not even sure if that intro was 100% correct, but That's my interpretation. That sounds pretty good. Let me go back to the Taylor and see how that sounds fingerstyle. I think you gotta use the neck pickup for this. Okay. How about the Gibson J45? Yeah, I think the J45 one, that's definitely for the fingerstyle, because that definitely has that parlorish kind of quality to it, which I think I'll use for more like these demos or playthroughs and stuff. So yeah, they also have a bass guitar setting, but I don't play bass. Sorry, folks. I mean, I do play bass because I was forced to play bass, like for church. But if it comes to playing bass, for fun, no, I don't play bass for fun. I play bass because nobody else wants to play bass, especially at church, because or a band, because bass players don't get much love. But I play because no one else, everyone else wants to play guitar, electric guitar. That's what I play. I play bass out of necessity. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this review of this amp. So this review is not meant to be, how does it sound like? How does the speaker sound? I might do like a quick dirty video on that one. But this is more like, what are the sounds inside this amp? It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, got like all these different sounds, And the thing I can compare this with is maybe let's compare it with like a Roland product, Remember those cube, but those cube amps? But I think these are actually better. They're more feature packed. Yeah, it's not as good as the Spark amps from Positive Grid, but those amps are expensive, and you don't want to spend too much money on a practice amp, right? Okay. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this review. It's kind of long, but if you watch this review, my other videos, I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe. I'm trying to make this channel grow, really put out more content, really help out the guitar community and just people that just generally want to learn guitar. Okay, see you.